Alexa, play the news from BBC.
From BBC World Service.
Hello, I'm Neil Nunes with the BBC News. The French President Emmanuel Macron has spoken to both Donald Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine to brief them about Monday's gathering of European leaders in Paris. The impromptu summit was a reaction to U.S. moves to talk directly with Russia on a Ukraine peace settlement. Several European leaders said President Trump's unilateral actions had emphasized the need for the continent to take greater responsibility for its own security. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen said Russia was threatening the whole continent.
I think the most important thing about this meeting is the need for all of us to step up when it comes to our spendings on defense. Russia is not only a threat against Ukraine, but all of us. So we need to scale up and we need to speed up. And to do that, we need also a discussion in the European Union about the fiscal rules.
The U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Saudi Arabia leading a high-powered delegation expected to meet senior Russian officials on Tuesday. The meeting takes place less than a week after Donald Trump spoke directly to President Putin by phone. Russia's delegation will be led by its foreign minister. Tom Bateman is in Riyadh.
The travelling American officials are being extremely guarded, both about the terms and the format. Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, described the meeting as an opening to a broader conversation. And one of his officials telling me tonight that this should be seen as a first step, in their view, to opening up that conversation, to seeing whether or not they say Russia is serious about talks going ahead, and that this shouldn't be seen as the start of negotiations.
A Delta Airlines plane carrying 80 passengers has crashed and overturned as it came into land at Toronto Airport in Canada. Images online show a plane which appears to have flipped over, leaving it on its roof on the snow-covered tarmac. Here's David Willis.
The plane flipped over on landing shortly after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, local time, as it was arriving from the U.S. city of Minneapolis in freezing conditions and high winds. A statement from Delta Airlines said 18 passengers were taken to local hospitals. 3 of those passengers, one of them a child, are thought to be critically injured. There are no reports of fatalities. Accident investigators from the U.S. have been dispatched to Toronto to assist their Canadian counterparts in investigating the incident.
Reports from northern Mali say a convoy thought to be carrying undocumented migrants towards Algeria has come under attack by armed men. Locals told the French news agency that Malian government soldiers accompanied by Russian mercenaries had killed 17 people. World News from the BBC. The Vatican says Pope Francis is in a stable condition in hospital and does not have a fever as he continues to receive care for a respiratory infection. The Pope, who is 88, was admitted 4 days ago with bronchitis. Bethany Bell has more from Rome.
Pope Francis has been suffering from a respiratory tract infection for more than a week and was admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital on Friday. The Vatican said that medical tests showed a complex clinical picture. It said it was unclear when he would be able to leave hospital. Yesterday, in a post on social media, the pontiff thanked the faithful for their prayers and affection, but he was unable to deliver his regular Sunday Angelus prayer as his doctors had ordered complete rest.
The Israeli military is reported to have begun withdrawing from southern Lebanon in line with a ceasefire deal ending its war with Hezbollah. Under the terms of a truce drawn up in November, the IDF is due to pull out by Tuesday, but the IDF has said some troops will remain at 5 strategic outposts. Police in Bolivia say more than 30 people have been killed in a bus crash on a mountain road. They say the bus driver apparently lost control of the vehicle. The bus is said to have dropped off an 800-meter precipice. 15 survivors were taken to hospital. 2 children are in intensive care with severe injuries. Meta, Facebook's parent company, says it plans to build the world's longest undersea cable to bring industry-leading connectivity to 5 continents. The tech giant said Project Water Earth would connect the US, India, South Africa, Brazil, and other regions with a 50,000-kilometer cable. Meta, which also owns Instagram and WhatsApp, wants to expand its technology presence beyond social media. BBC News.
That's all for now.